We have seen how much a barbell can take before it bends. We have dropped a dumbbell from over 100 feet, and today we will be seeing how far mobility bands can go before they snap.
And they're gonna go up against a 30,000-pound truck.
Yeah! We're super excited. We just came out with the mobility bands on our website, www.buffdudes.us. You can use them in the hotel room, at home, or even in the gym itself. You can do tons of different exercises like squats, deadlifts, bent over rows. I mean, you name it, they can do it. And obviously with mobility bands, application is usually used in the gym, but today we're gonna be doing something crazy. So like a lot of these video tests, we do not recommend trying this for yourselves.
Extremely dangerous. Be a giant rubber band that you stretch until...
This man is gonna single-handedly beat Elon Musk to Mars using this band.
Wow, that's a big band, but I don't know if I can get to Mars with that.
We're gonna find out. Two big trucks and a Buff Dude video feels just about right. This is the collaboration that we never knew we needed until now. We are starting off with the smallest band. It provides a resistance of 15 to 30 pounds, but it's not the resistance in this case, it's how far we can stretch this thing. They'll recommend that you don't stretch it 2 times its capacity, but we're gonna stretch it way more than that, right?
I think we could do that with these 2 big water trucks.
We set up a measuring tape to see how far the bands could stretch, and it looks like the first band, the smallest band, stretched almost 33 feet. Now it's normally around 3 feet, so that was 10 times its original length. Wow. That's pretty insane.
Next band.
Yeah! I knew it. The Buff Dudes logo is still intact. We're moving on to the yellow band, and its dimensions are 22 millimeters. The resistance on this thing is 25 to 65 pounds. That is not going to apply to what we're doing because we're trying to see how far it can stretch. The record so far is 30 feet. We're going to see if we can get that beat.
Can you see the 32 feet?
So it looks like the second band, the yellow band, went 32 feet. A long way. And wow, that was kind of exciting. The bigger the band is, the more snappy, so it's a little bit more exciting.
Yeah.
Boom. We are moving on to the blue band. This one has a size of 32 millimeters. Every time these things get bigger, it gets a little more intense because the snap is pretty damn loud. I'm glad we're very far away, and we were very impressed with just how far these stretch. Again, you're really only recommended to stretch this twice its original length, and we're stretching it way farther than that. Let's see how far this one can go. He will join his brothers in Buff Dude Latex Valhalla. Damn, that sounds kinky.
So about 30 feet.
That was pretty thick. It's actually kind of scary. The farther it stretches, you kind of start doing this just out of, you're wincing. You know it can't go that far, but man, that's kind of scary. It's like a big ass rubber band is about to snap in your face. So far, they're stretching for about the same length. It's gonna be really interesting to see the last 2 bands. They're the biggest bands. They can hold a lot of stretch, but we're gonna see how far they can stretch. We're on to the big boys. The purple band's width is 63 millimeters, so you have any fear in that big rig, Dad? He doesn't.
This whole tank,
This tank is filled with rocket fuel. If it snaps hard enough, something's gonna blow. Because we needed to give that extra edge.
Yeah.
We needed to give a little suspense. This snaps against that, we're sending our dad to the moon.
This one ended up in pieces.
It's like just over 23 feet. So it's about 10 feet shorter than some of the lighter bands. Wow, that's crazy. So just because it's thicker doesn't mean it can stretch further. It just means that it provides more resistance. So there's a big difference between the two.
We're on to the final band. This is the big boy, 101 millimeters. We're seeing a little bit of a trend here, and that the bigger ones don't stretch quite as far because, as Brandon said, just because they provide a lot of resistance when working out doesn't mean they're gonna stretch farther. Regardless, this thing is so massive, it's a little scary. When this thing breaks, we need to be far, far away. This is the one we've all been waiting for. This provides 150 to 250 pounds of resistance when working out. So when you're doing exercises such as squats, bent over rows, it's hard as hell, but I have a feeling it's not gonna be too tough for two big rigs to handle.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Just watch that rocket fuel pops. Woo! How'd you feel, Dad?
Felt good. I actually felt a little bit of resistance, which is crazy from the weight and torque of this truck. But I felt it. So
He was this close to that rocket fuel being lit.
I was ready to bail, man.
It's the ejection seat.
Wow. There's some definite rippage. We're at 25 feet.
It was less.
Although I'd rather be snapped by the black one than I would by this orange one. If you want to get decapitated, just step in front of this thing when you're pulling it with a big rig.
We've tested a barbell, we've tested dumbbells, now we've tested mobility bands.
What's next?
Body weight.
The three of us are gonna jump off a cliff and see how much our bodies can pull. For science and for video views.
Next video,
exactly.
yeah.
Except there won't be any videos after that one. That'll be it. That'll be this Buffy's
Three
last
guys
video.
splatting on the ground with a measuring tape like, yep, they made it 20 feet.
Like the measuring tape adds like something to that. Okay, well,
so.
that was a lot of fun. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I know we did. A little scary,
A little too much fun.
Yeah.
And here we are. This is the end of the
Scientific research is complete.
Yes,
Very
exactly.
scientific.
We're gonna be submitting this to NASA or SpaceX or some other place.
And that sound you hear, that's Albert Einstein spinning in his grave.
E equals MC.
Go fuck yourself.